Hello parents, has your child lost interest in studies due to online classes? Right now everywhere, children have to sit through online classes, and for most parents it's not working out well. In my recent survey on Facebook, I found out that probably more than 90% of parents are not okay with the situation. They are struggling in some way or the other. But one of the major worries that I found out was that parents think that their children are losing concentration and interest in their studies, and parents feel very helpless. Like during classes, children would shut down the window and go on to play video games, chat with other people, and just surf the internet. Parents have to keep supervising the child, they have to keep reminding the child to pay attention, and it's all getting very frustrating and tiring. So today I will address this core worry, this worry of children losing interest in studies due to online classes. So parents, you're thinking that your child is losing interest in studies because it's online classes? Do you think that's the reason? What do you think your child was doing in the original classes? Was your child the ultimate disciplined, super interested kid in the class? Was your child an ideal student earlier and now suddenly it's all gone? I doubt that. Your child always had some issues. It's just that earlier you only heard those issues once in a while during PTMs. But now you can see them right in front of you every day. Earlier also your child used to gossip with the friend next to her. Now the child simply goes on Instagram and does the chatting. Earlier when the child got bored, they used to look out the window to see what's happening or started daydreaming. Now the child simply goes to YouTube and starts watching videos. Earlier the child used to play little games in the notebook during classes. Now the child simply goes to the next window and starts playing video game on the computer. Yes, I agree that the child is a little more disconnected now than before because of the virtual mode. And yes, I agree that when the child is distracted, they have more options to do other things than before. But basically, nothing has changed. At the core, the problem still persists. What's that problem? That the child was never much interested in studies in the first place. Not before, not now. What you're seeing in your house is your child is simply moving from a less interesting activity to a more interesting activity. Earlier, they were just made to sit in the class. It does not mean that they were studying. So the core problem is lack of interest, not your child. But then you could be thinking, how will this work? If my child is not interested in studies, how will she survive? Please remember, your child is not alone. Millions of other kids are simply not interested in studies. In fact, try to recall your own past. Generation after generation, millions of kids have gone through the education system without much interest in education. And they have also gone on to live a good enough life. And thus, so will your child. There is nothing uniquely wrong with your child. So here are some suggestions for you. First, accept the difficult times. Right now, we are in the middle of this pandemic. It has taken over the world. All of us are just managing it. In these times, the standards are completely different. Don't try to make sure that the things will stay the same as before. Don't try to hold your child to the same standards as before. It's unfair. Accept that we are going through a difficult phase and it will affect our lives, and that's okay. Most probably, this phase will affect your child's studies negatively, and that's okay. This period has affected so many other things negatively. So you must start with accepting that reality. You have to learn to let go of some of your standards. Life can be 2 steps forward and 1 step back, and that's fine. The best thing you can do right now is have a long run view. In the long run, even 1 year does not matter. No pandemic can inherently kill your child's talent. No pandemic can render your child useless. It doesn't work that way. In the long run, things will pretty much be on the same track. So don't try to put too much pressure on the child in these times. Don't panic. Don't try to fix it with urgency. You won't be able to do much. Also, don't put too much pressure on yourself. Don't exhaust yourself in managing child studies. Again, you won't be able to do much. From what I hear from parents, teachers are already making great efforts. Most parents are really commending the efforts of teachers in these times. They are going extra mile. They are doing so much. Have some faith in the system. Have some faith in your child's inherent abilities. Overall, it's okay to relax. Overall, it's okay to let go. Just like earlier when the child went to the school, you were able to relax, right? You can do the same again. Of course, you can help them with logistical things, technological things if the child is really young. But overall, let them be. So should we not do anything? Should we just let the child do whatever they want? Not exactly. Just do the basic parenting job of communication. Just stick to the basics. Stay in touch with what the child is doing. Keep asking them how the classes went. Stay involved without the worry, without the pressure. And when you talk to the child, remember one thing. Be real with them. Tell the child that I understand that the study is so boring. I understand that some subjects feel irrelevant to you. I understand that classes of some teacher are not that interesting. It's okay, other kids are also struggling. Maybe if I was in your place, I would have struggled too. But what can we do? We can't just drop out of school, can we? So, let's just find a way to manage it. Let's just find a way to get through the system reasonably well. So you tell me, how do we do that? And that's how the conversation begins. Now, we don't know where this conversation will go, but it must start like this. Now, when I say that to parents, some of them worry that, oh, we also know that some subjects are boring and some topics are irrelevant. But how can we confirm that to the child? That would backfire. She will leave whatever little she does right now. She anyway doesn't study. If I say this to her, she'll completely leave everything. And that's where you're completely wrong. You must acknowledge the reality the way it is. Always and forever. Even if the reality is bitter, even if the reality goes against your agenda, reality comes first. If you don't say the truth, you lose trust with the child. The child thinks mom and dad don't understand anything and the conversation breaks down. When you don't acknowledge their reality, they shut you out. Your agenda fails anyway. So if you want to influence your child, first acknowledge the truth, their reality, and empathize with their experience, and then start talking. I'm very excited to announce that I'm launching our first parenting support group. I will be personally leading this. In this group, there are 3 major elements. First, I'll be teaching you some fundamental principles of parenting in a structured manner. Second, you will ask your own questions and difficult problems related to your child, like excessive screen time, their education, sibling fights, discipline, or anything that's bothering you. Third, you can get support from other parents and you can learn from one another. There are very limited seats. You can book your seat on our website www.sridharlifeschool.com/groups. If you're watching this on YouTube, there's also a link in the description. Please join soon. Let's make it super successful. Thanks for watching. How can I make my videos better? Please give me feedback. The form is in the description and in the first comment. In the form, you can also share your own problems so that we can make videos on them.